Um, so I wanted to talk tonight about. So this afternoon I did a session on. This evening, sorry, on uh, going to Supply Nation because today is Connect 2023 and we did not go. So I did a session for one business tonight because it's Tuesday night, talking about why we didn't. No, talking about what to do if you want to be, if you want to go next year, and should you go, and what do you get out of it? What is it? That sort of thing. And I thought it would be cool to do, or be interesting. Sorry, my thing's a little bit wonky. To do a bit of a reflection on why we chose not to go this year. And I think for me, honestly, it's about strategy. And I don't think I um, I have a very oh, she'll be right. I've taken a very she'll be right kind of attitude. Better to go just to see what it's like. Attitude towards Connect in the past, and I've which is fine because I don't. It's my decision to do that. But what I want to do going forward is to actually be much more strategic. I think going to Connect is a good opportunity. I think being on Supply Nation directory is a good opportunity, but it certainly is not. It doesn't get you any work. It doesn't get you work. Just being on the list is not good enough. You need to actually make it work. You actually need to have a strategy. You need to um, be really. You need to follow up. You need to know who you're targeting. You need to know who's going to be there, and which departments you're actually targeting. If you're talking about Commonwealth government and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought what we did. I think we decided about April or May that we weren't going to go. Um, well, for a start, we were all really wrecked. We were so tired because we had a really big year last year. And at the second half of the year was just chaos. And the thought of trying to work out what to do and do it well was actually like, just, I don't want to do that. Um, and then, and then what we did is we ended up spending some money on a writer. So so it would probably be $5,000 or $6,000 to go to Supply Nation if I was taking a couple of people, which is that's how much it costs to do it well, and which is fine. Like that's what it is. But I was like, well, let's spend that money on a right. What we don't have time to put together a strategy. We don't have time to give it what it needs. What else can we spend the money on that's still going to potentially give us a return? So we spent some money on a writer to write up some case studies, and I think that that's going to bet. I've got more of a chance of that giving us a return than just flying down and having a good time today. I have to say though, I was a bit slack today because seeing everybody's photos and everything. I mean, part of going down there is the catching up with people and being inspired, and there's a bars and it's fun and I really really enjoy it. So I was feeling a bit FOMO for that. The other thing that we did at the beginning of this financial year in the last month or so is to put in a large tender. So that took up a lot of resources. So that was really significant. And um, if we're talking about resource allocation, it was definitely worth the effort of putting that in rather than flying down and hanging out for the day. So yeah, I think if you're, and we talked tonight about, I'm just going through my notes. We talked about the different areas of government that buy, and it's not just government, it's also corporates that buy. So what sorts of products are they buying? That will influence whether you go. Understanding the customer journey and going to Supply Nation. If you can spend time, if you can spend, set a, actually identify who you want to talk to when you get there. I think that's a smart way to do it rather than just kind of wait for people to turn up and see you at your booth. So I think that the buyers are much more sophisticated than they used to be around Indigenous business and around Connect. They know who they want to talk to. They know what services they're looking for. It's not, oh, wow, look, Indigenous business, which is what they would have been doing 10 years ago, going, oh, wow, like everything would have been completely new. It's not new anymore. We've been around, it's been around for over a decade. So, but yeah, so I just kind of wanted to share that. We didn't go this year. That's okay. I missed everybody, so it's a bit slack about that. But I think we've got a bit of time now to think about what we're going to do next year. The team is bigger. So we have to be more targeted about what we do. And I think that that's really important going forward. So, yeah.